It's about time.
Phat and Spicy show. Sparks fly wherever they go. The Phat and Spicy. The Phat and Spicy show. Rocking the airwaves. Don't you know? They'll make you laugh. They'll make you sing. Just two guys talking about everything. The Phat and Spicy show. Sparks fly wherever they go. The Phat and Spicy.
Show.
Dude, that is one of my favoriteest intros.
Dude, that's the intro that's gonna propel us to superstardom. You remember how it was back in Phat and Spicy 1.0? We're making superstars, bro.
I think you still say that to this day. I mean, I
I
can't.
do. I wake up in the morning and I say that to my. I'm brushing my teeth. I'm like, we're mega superstars, bro.
Is that what you tell your wife when she tells you to do something? You're like, no. We're mega superstar.
No, that's what I say
That's why
after
you're
I
wearing the
orgasm.
sunglasses. You got the black eye.
You don't even want to know. She gets rough in bed. She's like, I like it rough. I didn't know she meant against me. Like, Jesus, man. I have to
No,
wear
it was
makeup
the.
before I go to work.
Oh, Lil, I know what that's like. Trust me. It is annoying, but look pretty though.
Hey, we
But
looked pretty for last Thursday's episode with the
yeah,
makeup
we did.
tutorials,
We
dude. That was
did,
so
guys.
fun, dude.
If you guys didn't catch last week, we were here with Miss Vanderbilt again, and we did a makeup tutorial. Get ready with Fat and Spicy. And so, if you guys want to see what Spicy looks like with guy liner on, blusher on the cheeks, y'all go check that episode out. Y'all can catch it on YouTube along with a lot of our other episodes. And that's Fat and Spicy, the Fat and Spicy show, guys. And if you don't know, I'm Fat,
I'm spicy.
and this is the Fat and Spicy show. Today, we're gonna dive right on in with a special guest. You guys,
Hi, I'm the
you
Big
guys,
Mama
if you
Lisa.
don't,
What's up?
this is the look at her, look at her. She's already ready. I don't even introduce her. The Big Mama Lisa, guys.
Hey,
Yeah,
not Big Mama Lisa.
The
The
only,
Big
the
Mama Lisa.
the
the
one, the only.
yeah,
And
because
full
somebody else is on
disclosure,
the other one.
we're just throwing it out there. After after our last show, we decided to rate a stream, and we were looking through the Twitch channels, and I'll be darned if all three of us just did not fall in love with her personality, her spunk, and her just that you had some sass that I think we all started
I don't like
chuckling.
the word you said, spunk, bro. I don't like that.
What?
Does it mean two
Spunk.
different things to me and you? Was it?
I'm not a fucking
She was a
pervert like
skeet
you. I'm
above the
sorry.
rest.
Huh?
She was a skeet above the rest.
Yeah,
There
Steve
you
Butler.
go.
There you go. That's what it was. No, but definitely, I would have watched you if I wasn't so tired. But I would have watched all night. But you definitely had me laughing. As soon as I
Oh
saw
yeah.
you, I was laughing. He was laughing. Laws was laughing. And we were like, yeah, we gotta have her on the show. I was like, whatever it
That's
takes. And
fun.
apparently, it took a couple of pictures of Spicy with no shirt on, holding a bowl of spaghetti for some reason.
It
And
was ravioli.
whatever got her on the screen, that's what we had to do.
I like the
Ravioli.
sauce, man. I'm a sauce girl. I like the
Hey,
sauce.
Do you like a lot of sauce? Are you one of those people that make your spaghetti separate from the sauce, or is it all together in one
oh,
pot?
don't.
Oh no,
The,
no, I
the
want it
good Lord intended,
sloppy with the wet
the
noises,
way the
all
Lord
with
intended it
everything
to be.
dumped in it
Yeah,
once. Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. The pasta tastes better when it's
Lord.
soaking in the sauce, boiling in it.
Well, that's a secret.
You
See,
gotta
now this
swim
is
in it,
you
right?
talking to it. You talking to a chef. Make sure, hey, once the pasta's done, you take a cup of the pasta water, put it back in. Then you put your fucking sauce in that you've had like on the stove simmering, so it's nice and hot. But before you throw the sauce in, put in like a tablespoon of butter, melt that in there, and then put your sauce in. That way, it absorbs all the flavor. It doesn't just like stick to the outside. Eat maximum flavor, man. And don't put olive oil in your pasta. You're just wasting olive oil. Doesn't work.
Oh no, I
Yeah, no,
slap
I
butter in
remember
that.
the
I'm a
first
butter
time
lady.
I ever seen this atrocity, man. When I went to one of my friends' house, and they were lining up. It was like they were lining up to get the food, and I was like, okay, we're lining up. But then there was like two separate pots, and I'm like, well, what's in the second pot? But then I see them. They grab the little noodle grabbers and they put the noodles down. I'm like, that's missing something. I was like, what are we eating? I thought we were eating spaghetti. Then they moved to the next pot, and then they put the sauce on
No.
there. And I was like,
Was this
I
in
gotta
New
get,
England? Because that's how they do it over there
I,
in like the main area.
I
They
gotta
put it
get
on
out of here.
top. That's
Like,
not how you do it.
these people are murderers. I gotta get out of here.
These people they're not murderers. They're just not Italian. That's all. Can't shame them too much, bro.
Oh no,
And
no,
that
dude, I'm
part of the
sorry.
family.
That's
You
right,
don't
right?
know
Don't
the
ever go
secret
against the
ways.
family.
Yeah,
So, Mama,
forget about it.
you're a big time streamer. Like I said, we found you streaming. I can't remember what it was you were streaming the other night, but
Oh, it was Dead by Daylight, my
you
addiction.
so you're a Twitch streamer. How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing this since the ever eclipsing plague that was 2020.
Mhm.
That's when I started the whole streaming, and I did it at first from my PS4 because I wanted to see if I could even get any kind of traction first before bothering to put investments into a PC. And I should have just done it for the silly reason that gaming on PC is just, I'm sorry, console players, it's just better. It's just better.
I
Fight
agree.
me. You can
I'll
fight me
take
if you
that.
want.
I was hardcore console all the way up until the PS5 came out. I had a PS4, PS3, PS2, PS1. I had Xbox 360. I even got Xbox One now, but it's just I think my friends finally convinced me. They were like, "Dude, we're already playing all the games that you're waiting for to come out. We already played them."
Yep.
And I'm just like, "Oh man!" And they were like, "I was like, well, I don't want to use a keyboard. You don't have to. They're like, you can use a controller." And I was like, "What?" So I finally just made the leap and haven't looked back ever since.
Exactly. I had the exact same thing. My mother basically raised me on her lap, holding me as like a little toddler, playing the original Nintendo system and playing like the Adventures of Lolo 3. And she had herself like the old school, because there was no save points. Remember way back then. She had a folded up piece of paper where she would keep where the code was for how to get back to the level where you
Yes,
left
the
off.
code.
Yes,
Yes.
but for some reason she didn't do it like a sane person in nice, neat, orderly lines. No, she like jumbled up these things in random corners to scribble it down on, as if somebody was gonna kick in the door to our house to play our game in an undeserved spot in our video game. But if he deciphered the code, then suddenly Cinnabite would crawl like Sadako out of the TV and just grab them by the throat and send them to the Shadow Realm. I don't know what she was doing, but it was the craziest thing. I'm just like, she was the most methodical person ever. Wanted the house completely clean, everything nice, neat, tidy, in order. That piece of paper, absolute chaos. I
I
don't know
love it.
why.
I'm
Everybody
sure
needs that
I was.
1 ounce of chaos.
I'm sure it started off as organized as it could be, and then it was just like, I'm running out of room. I'm running out of room. I was like, the more papers
I
that I add, the more clutter I'm gonna create. We're gonna have to make everything fit on this one
I'm
paper.
I'm telling you, I wish it was like that, but no, it was just random everywhere. There was no in order at anywhere on that piece of paper. It was just wherever she decided to jot it down at that moment before getting up and I guess making dinner for the day. I don't remember that far back.
Oh my goodness
She could have been
gracious!
fighting crime for all I know.
So yeah, but that's what she was
That's
Isn't
doing.
that
awesome.
isn't that crazy how excuse me, how we don't really know our parents the way that other people know them sometimes,
That's
or
true.
even as they know themselves. We grow up and we learn our parents and we get to know our parents who they allow us to see, and like we don't see this other side of them. So as like when we become adults, we start seeing these things in our parents and we're like, where did this person come from? Like, where was this person when I was growing up? This guy is amazing, or
Yeah.
this woman is awesome. Like, where were you when I was a kid? I've
Let me
been here
tell
this
you
whole
when it got
time.
weird for me was I remember as a kid, uh, the old folks, the compadres would come over and they'd all drink their wine, and all of us little bambinos would have to go off to bed. And here we are in the bedroom, the cousins, and we're all chittering with ourselves under the covers. But the old folks are out in the front room drinking and laughing and carrying on. About 3 Thanksgivings ago, we had the whole family over. And after dinner, we're pouring wine, we're talking, we send the kids to bed, and it hit me. We're the old folks now, man. Like this is our generation now. Like we're
Yeah.
not the little kids. Like I'm 16 in my fucking head still, bro.
Yeah, no.
I'm still out there trying to be young and whatever. No, I'm 40 fucking 7 and I forget to act like it, and it makes me look like a schmuck, I think sometimes.
I mean, I feel that on a spiritual level here because like I've been playing that song and I don't know if you've listened to it. Teenagers Forever. I think
Mm-mm.
the Dairy is the name of the artist, I think. But it's a great song. And it's basically like that where they're talking about like that we were supposed to have grown up, but it's nothing ever seems to be enough. And now we're awkward and our back hurts when we skateboard and and we play D&D still in the basement with our friends. Like it's harder to get together now, and it's just the whole compilation of how eerily enough nobody seems to have grown up in the past like 30 years. We all just stagnated somewhere between 15 and 25, and we haven't moved forward past that, no matter your age group.
Which makes you wonder when you see that 70, 60-year-old man walking down the street shuffling his way into the doctor's office or whatever. Aside from the ailments, do you think that there's a good chance that even in his brain he still has that young mentality that it seems
I
like nobody really ever grows out of?
I can actually clarify that yes, it is because since I moved home to take care of my 83-year-old father, he very much lets me know that he is still a horny 17-year-old boy gawking at all the girlies everywhere he goes. So I am fully aware that
I love it.
75-year-old men are in fact 15.
Yeah. Real quick, shout out for that follow. Who was that?
That was
Mhm.
Electric Rose 420. So thank you so much for that follow. We also have Muse
Hey.
Halloween.
Electric Rose 420. Thanks for joining us. We
Muse
appreciate you, man.
Halloween followed us about 12 minutes ago. So thank you so much
Oh,
for
thank
that.
you,
Welcome,
Muse Halloween.
Muse.
We love you.
And
Yes, my
Samurai
posse.
Scribe.
Mm,
Oh, you got the whole herd
like
coming
that
in
name.
tonight, huh?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
herd's coming into Stampede. That was two very good friends of mine and my husband.
Guys,
Welcome,
thank you
welcome,
so
welcome,
Nice.
much for
guys.
coming in.
Thank you for sharing her. For
Oh,
tonight.
the bull of the
Of
herd.
Appreciate it.
course.
The bull of the herd
We
came in.
and the herd
Now,
cannot
does
grow
he
unless
does he stream as well?
he does not. He's kind of sort of wanted to, but he's kind of been on the fence about it. I would love to be able to like set him a little special place in the corner of our bedroom. We're kind of tight on space just because we
Sorry.
have
We're gonna
separate.
put him in a little space in the corner.
I'm
in the
waiting to hear this. I'm
bedroom.
waiting to hear where this
Listen,
goes. This is hot.
listen. At one point, we debated putting him under the stairs in the closet like Harry Potter. At one point, just because there's just not a lot of room in this house for everybody to have everything that they want
Tom,
going
it's
on.
either his gaming setup or the microwave. Pick. You can have both.
Pretty much. It's just like. I mean,
Yeah,
honey,
I will.
we
I
can
will
shove you in
say
a corner
that.
somewhere.
Yeah, I tell people all the time that like I don't know if I want to stream. I'm like, you're already playing the game. Might as well stream.
That's it.
You're already playing the game.
My
Just
wife tells me
turn the
that. She goes,
camera
"Why
on.
aren't you streaming? You're playing the fucking game. Just click stream."
Yeah,
I know, and it's
that's true.
helpful if you're slightly schizophrenic and talk to yourself all the time, regardless. So if you're
That's
sitting there
Jacob.
muttering and talking to yourself while you're gaming,
Jeez.
you might as well put a
I'm not
camera
schiz-
on.
There's people in my head fighting for the space in there. That's all it is.
Oh, you
He's
have
not even
a
talking to us
grand
right now.
council in there too that
Yeah,
argue with each other.
yeah. They're all
Grand
from different
Council.
parts of the world, different times, different time periods.
Hmm.
So we did jump into your stream the other day, you managed to monologue us a small little story there about
Oh no, this was great. This
meeting
was great. This is what
meeting
made
a
me fall in love with
stranger
you. I'm
at
sorry.
the mailbox,
Oh
and
yeah.
I
This was
couldn't
so good.
help but think to myself, I was like, this sounds like erotic fan fiction. Like that's what it
Listen,
sounded like to me.
you don't
We
need
need
to
some
delve into my pastime, okay?
Look, and the
we
thing is that
no no
we did dive into your past.
did.
And I did manage to find some of your old erotic fan fiction. And I'm gonna show it to
Told my
you, and
whole
I
crew
want
that.
you to kind of give us a little more detail about what it's about. So we're gonna put one up, and I want you
Oh,
to kind
okay.
of let us know what's going on.
I got to see this. The desolation of smut.
You remember writing that one?
Okay, yeah, so that was definitely during my Lord of the Rings phase. Of course, I was only going off of part of the movies where I passed out only watching about halfway through. So I just remember a lot of walking and then some really homoerotic stuff at the end with bright white lights and people staring at a dude in a bed for an eerily long amount of time. Um, so I decided that I wanted to focus on the big bad dragon boy because bad dragon. We have things that we need to fulfill in our
It
lives.
looks like he's hoarding like a pile of erotic fan fiction.
Hold
He
on.
is.
Did you actually write this?
Of course, she wrote it. It's her name's at the bottom.
Oh,
I don't think they
bad
know what
dragon.
Bad Dragon is. Yeah, sorry.
It's
I know
hmm.
Dragon Tales.
No.
Yeah. What's Bad
Well,
Dragon?
think of just take the tail part off of the dragon from Dragon Tales and plop it on your desk, and that's about where we're at.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
never mind. Okay, I got it. Never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
I get it.
okay.
Or not just the tail. It's not just the tail. It's
Yeah, no, I
Yeah,
get it.
you can get
Trust
like the
me.
little mouths that are open
Okay.
with claws, and you just sit on that instead. It's a
Get
whole
on
it's a
it.
whole thing.
Wow.
Holy
Ooh, let's talk
moly.
about the ovipositors or whatever they call 'em.
yeah.
Like
Oh my god.
I,
So,
I
okay.
I may know a
I
little
had a
too much.
conversation with my wife where she brought that up, this thing, and this ovipositor, and the fucking. I just don't understand the fetish. I just don't get it.
Wait, what's the ovipositor? What's that one?
You've never heard of
That
this?
I mean, I'm sure I've seen it, but I'd
I've
probably
never heard of it.
It's a
I,
bad dragon that lays eggs in you.
yeah
Oh, I've seen
yeah
something like that. That's like
I
alien
think
version.
I've heard.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
And they got the
Hmm.
goopy stuff. Yeah.
I think honestly it's just a branch off
Vampires showed
of
me
the whole
that.
breeding kink. I think that's basically all it really is. It's just
Yeah.
a branch off of the breeding
Well, some of
kink.
those eggs are like huge. It's crazy. Fuck
Dude, I've
yeah.
seen some weird stuff on the internet, like somebody playing pool by shooting the balls out from down there and getting them
Cool.
all in a
Oh,
hole
girl.
across the way.
You must have
Actually
been to
getting it in.
Mexico.
Girl, don't get me started about my Thailand trip, okay?
Oh god.
No, let's absolutely
Alright,
get you started about your time.
So we have
I'm
another one
invested
here.
yet.
No, we have another one.
Oh,
I will
okay,
get
Look,
into the
okay.
we're
Thailand
clear,
trip if
honestly,
you guys
without
want it. But here, let's.
without the jokes. Did you really write these? Is this yours?
Yes, yes, you did. Come on, why are you
Sure,
ruining
sure.
it? This don't put her on blast. Look at this. What about
I
this
don't know
one?
when to lie.
What about this one here?
Oh man, I guess he is
Uh,
his father,
oh, I mean, he made him call him daddy a few times. I can tell you.
right?
A Force Awakens.
I mean, that one's a little bit on the darker side. It's more of it was kind of a typo in the editing part. It's supposed to be a forceful awakening.
Oh, that's
Yeah, it's just what happens
You got
when
me with
Darth
that
Vader
one.
sneaks into your house in the middle of the night.
I can understand that. It was quite
Oh
the
my
read,
god,
Very
it
short
was
though.
quite the
It
read.
was kind of like very straight to the point.
He would have
Very,
called it a
very, very.
Yeah, I
There's
mean,
not a
but
lot
they
of
were all
story
sticky.
build up,
it was just in the
like the
beginning where it was
Dragon one.
like,
This
yeah, it
one.
was just like, hello there. Like, oh, there we
Hello
go.
there. That's the
All
wrong
right, we
one.
have another one here. Oh, this one's a little bit smaller. I don't know why this one got small, but
I
That's what
mean,
she said.
hey,
Don't worry, we'll make it grow. It's
Look
okay.
at
yeah,
that one.
I make it grow fast. Look at that. Phew,
Oh,
big time.
that's my favorite one.
That's beautiful. The only shameful part is you can see I really need to hire a different book cover artist because they obviously used AI because that wolf has no bottom half. It's just the top half.
I don't
Oh
know. Is that his
yeah,
butt?
and the finger. Like, where are his fingers?
I mean, either the wolf doesn't have a lower half, or his fingers are definitely exploring some Hershey
That's all
Highway.
I'm saying, man. This has
He
got me
has
howling.
he has an
Oh, I
extra
said it.
ear down here by his like hip too. You guys
Eh,
see that?
you
Are you sure
are
that's
you
an
are
ear?
correct.
Yeah. He just needs to hear.
You
That's how
sure
he
that's in here?
hears you better, my
Yeah.
dear.
That that's the
Goodness
third
gracious.
unknown and untraveled cave of wonders.
I want to know what kind of hybrid species that's gonna make.
Still a better
Uh,
love story than Twilight.
We do have another one here.
Then this was the final one to the series that I found. Well,
Harry Potter and the Chamber of Victoria's Secret.
mm,
I can relate.
well, I mean, it's the unknown story that everybody always wanted to know, where Harry Potter got really bored at Hogwarts one day, so he stole the little car, hopped on in, and drove back to the regular world, wherever that technically is in this universe, and and he snuck his way into the. Wow, my brain suddenly decided that it doesn't want to function anymore.
it
Isn't
looks like
that
he was using that
fantastic?
invisibility cloak for a little more than sneaking
uh,
around and fighting
he was specifically
trolls.
hiding out in the dressing room area, waiting for women to go back out and put the items back on the hook, and then he
Mm,
was taking those and hoarding them, just stuffing them down into his
So you
pants.
guys have
kind of like the
never.
dragon.
Haven't you guys ever been to college? A good old fashioned panty raid? You know they went up to Hufflepuff dorm and just raided those broads.
The only panty raid I've ever been a part of was the one SpongeBob took me on, to Mrs. Krabs' mom's.
What?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I know what episode he's talking about. I
Doing me
know that one.
Wait, they did a panty raid on Mr. Krabs' mom's house.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. It
So
was a
essentially, they were
beautiful
trying to get
moment.
Mr. Krabs to hang out with them. They tried D&D, they tried all these little fun games and stuff. Mr. Krabs wasn't feeling it, so he goes,
No
sorry
shit.
guys, I'm leaving. And they're like, oh, don't leave now, Mr. Krabs. You're gonna miss the panty raid. And he was all like, what? What do you mean? He's like, the panty raid. He's like, you're talking about raiding women's, dresses for their underwear. He's like, yeah. And then so they break into a house and they finally raid the panties, and the light comes on, and it's his mom's house.
The fun thing is, I'm
Why
pretty sure that's
SpongeBob and Patrick picked that house, who are already gonna go to that house in the first place? It's
What the
beyond
fuck are
me.
you watching? I thought SpongeBob was a kid's show.
Yeah, there's
It
kind of
is.
a reason why a lot of parents were
For the
not
kid,
allowing their
it's
kids
for
to
the
watch
kid
it back in the
inside of
day.
us.
Do you
Yeah,
realize
right.
that most kid TV shows and most cartoons and like things like that, they have this underlining like
Yeah, I'm learning this.
parental audience. They make like these adult jokes or adult humor. It's like secretly all tied into it. So
Bro,
like
just go back
adults
and
can
watch
find
Rocco's
some kind
Modern
of
Life.
humor in it. Yeah. For kids they
It's
don't
just
catch
so
on. But adults are like,
Cat
ah.
Dog, Rocco's, Angry Beavers, all that. You go back and watch
Angry
and you're like,
Beavers.
what? You never seen Angry Beavers?
I've
oh
never seen
yeah,
Angry Beavers.
even in modern
It's,
cartoons, it's the same way. Like
yeah.
they'll
Not since
slip in
my
adult
honeymoon.
stuff everywhere just so that the
Yeah.
parents don't lose their mind having to watch the same
Yeah.
cartoon for the 500th time. Me, I'm always watching cartoons, so that's I'm living for it anyway.
But thank you for sharing with us, your little collection there.
You're really
I'm sure
good at
there's
that.
more. I'm sure there's more.
I don't think she shared. You just forced her into
Well, she did sign the contract.
I know, I wasn't prepared to open up my cave of secrets.
He's
What do we
just
got going on over
that's
here? We got somebody is shipping themselves for $25 plus shipping again.
I'll take 2. Need somebody to mow my lawn.
I'm building my first ever D&D campaign. We love D&D here.
Apparently
We
they're
do love
420
D&D here.
420 friendly, so I think they'll fit right in with you and your lawn.
Hell yeah.
I was about to say that guy right there.
I got all the
yeah.
grass, baby.
Yeah, you'll find that the herd generally has a lot of grass lovers in it. So,
They're always grazing.
That's what we do right here. It's
mm-hmm.
spicy right now.
Yep,
That's
I
what we
I, I
do.
had myself a
Uh-oh.
little
Oh,
Hawaiian grass earlier.
hold on a second. Did you really just redeem and hit the bongos?
You haven't hit the bongos in a long time. All right, Laws?
Yeah,
It's
it's been a
true I
long
haven't.
time. It's been a long time.
All right.
You should
So
just
I
buy
don't
some
know.
bongos, so like
Just
for these times that you do this, you need to like maybe like
Zen us
figure
in with you, bro. Just bring it in.
yeah. Yeah.
All right, so here's what I don't know. And I will play the bongos.
Just turn
Bongos, you know
away.
what I mean?
Turn
But that's
away.
my question. Should I just get off camera and
Just
do it?
turn
Because I don't know
away.
what the rules are
Just
about
turn away.
taking a fat rip.
Just turn away.
I think
All
you
right.
just yeah.
Just duck your head down. Very far down. Like you're trying to smell
You
something
guys
on
see my
here.
green screen
Oh, we
back
totally see what you're doing.
there. Oh, really? Shut up. Okay, Mom.
that very inconspicuous look behind, like
Yeah, I'm totally not doing anything wrong. Not at all. I'm totally an angel. Nothing's happening here.
oh my goodness gracious. Well, we didn't see nothing
What?
Nope,
at all
nothing.
there.
Nothing at all. Nothing oddly shaped phallically.
Goodness gracious. Now, do you like concern yourself with any of like the political stuff that's going on right now?
I'm like lightly dusted with knowledge, but not deeply in.
Like, do
Like,
you care
I'm
who's
not
going to be
bossy.
president?
Kind of, sort of.
Did you guys watch any of this debate tonight?
No.
I did not. Not
So I
not at
had it on
all.
before the show. And as everybody on the show knows, I'm a Democrat. Okay. I'm not a pro Biden Democrat. I'm just not. But I'm a Democrat.
hmm
And I'm going to tell you something. And may the Lord God Almighty, who I don't believe in, strike me dead if I'm lying.
Well, there he
Fucking
goes.
Trump
Strike you dead.
did a better job talking. I mean, it was a lot of how he talks and whatever, blah, blah, blah. But Biden couldn't hold a fucking thought. It broke my fucking heart, man. And I'm just worried if he's talking on stage without an audience, just to a moderator and to Trump, and he can't get his shit together, it worries me. I mean, I'm just saying, man, I think that for as many people live in this country, the fact that these are the two candidates that we have, and I'm not saying better or worse on either side. I'm just saying we couldn't have found like some young people that are enthusiastic to run the country to run like we've had in the past. Like, where's our JFKs of today? Why is it always old people that can't form sentences or fall downstairs or make fools of themselves?
Or
This is what
legally drive
represents our
anymore.
country, right? Thank you. It kills me, man. Like, I want to see better. And
Or
I'll tell
have
you the truth. If
felonies.
there was, well, there's that. But if you had a Republican up there and he's like a Kennedy, where he's like young and energetic and he has ideas, and maybe they don't fit my rhetoric, but he's young and he's hopeful and he's, got real passion for the job. That's the guy I want to vote for, not these two old fucking grandpas, dude. That's what I feel like I'm looking at on screen.
Biden can't even take his shit by himself. That's horrible.
Well, neither of them can. Like, there's rumors going around that Trump doo-doo's in his depends. I don't know. That's not the issue. Like I said, we're not here to get political. My only problem is, why are these the only two fucking choices? That's
That
what
is
kills me.
that is the biggest question of all. That is the biggest thing, is like, why is this the best that America can do? Like, you can't tell
Right.
me that these two guys are the most qualified people in this whole country that can run for the president
Yeah.
campaign.
I'm not the stupidest man in the world. I'm not the smartest man in the world. But if Phat and Spicy show took off and everybody was like, we need to vote for Spicy to be president, I'm like, fuck no. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I don't want the job. These guys that want these old people, I don't know if it's just grasping the power or what it is, but this is killing me. We need a change. We need the young people to run the country, but maybe that's not a good idea either. I don't know.
Yeah.
Spicy for president. There we go.
Oh, no, no, no.
Brody.
That's
Yes,
all you
Mr.
need, is for me to
Spicy.
walk up into a
Spicy.
press conference, blowing a cloud out. Just, all right, my fellow Americans.
It's National Pizza Day. Goodbye.
Cha-cha.
Free
Oh, I
pizza.
kind of like the idea of Snoop Dogg running for presidency.
Wait, is that actually for real? For real?
No.
No.
Kanye tried to do it at one point.
Oh yeah,
Kanye,
that was the memes
he's another
from
one. I don't
before.
even know what to say about Kanye, man. I mean, it's like, okay, so there's the argument. With great genius, you can't be a genius in one spot without being fucked up in another spot. I think he's the epitome of that. That guy, I don't even know what to make of him anymore. Like, can you even listen to him talk?
Oh, Kanye?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, cannot listen to the man talk for anything in the world.
I'll
It's
say
kind of
this:
like
I never really
listening to
listened to him
white
talk in
noise
the
becomes sentient.
first place. Like,
Yes, it's
I like
white
his
noise.
music, but I don't know anything else. I don't pay attention much of that.
Good.
Uh,
It's not worth it, man.
the news is nothing but just the same old garbage they want to see. In the end,
Both fucking
I'd
sides.
rather watch anime. I mean, like, whatever.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Like there's no doubt there. Like my mother was a hardcore watching the news kind of person, so like eventually that turned me off to it because it was always there was nothing ever positive happening in the
No,
world.
it's
It
literally
was
just
always
propaganda.
sensationalized and edited
Yeah.
down and everything else, and that's why I love more or less getting onto platforms where it's real people just showing what's happening in their world like immediately in front of them,
Yes, thank
unedited,
you.
just raw, because everything else goes through a huge gigantic filter, and they always want to take that away because they don't want you to see what's under the
Yeah,
mask, and
exactly.
that's
Like,
the hardest
why do
part.
we know more about what happens in Hollywood than the new laws that are being?
That's true.
That don't make it.
Yeah,
Let me ask you
it's
this, Mama.
hmm
Is the government hiding evidence of aliens?
well, not
Ooh, is
anymore.
it
They
is
they
it is
they
it is
literally
it
came out and
time?
said that's real, and nobody cared.
Is it time though for
Well,
we're gonna do the little what would you call it? The fast round of the
oh, the lightning
questions.
round?
Lightning round. We're going to shoot you a couple of lightning round questions. We just want simple yes or no, maybe so, and then if you want to splurge a little more, you are more than willing to.
God, you're really pushing my tism here. Okay, let's go.
You're all right.
She's over here like she's like, "Oh yeah, I watched the past shows. I love you guys. You're matching my personality, and now you guys are putting her on the spot." And
Boom.
Fuck
she's like,
yeah.
"What did I get
Welcome to the
myself
Fat and
into?"
Spicy Show.
That's it.
And drop.
So we'll start off with boom aliens. Do you believe yes or no?
Yes.
How long have you been a reptilian?
57 years and 8 months.
Okay.
Checks out.
Spicy, ask her.
What?
Ask her a question.
Reincarnation. Do you believe in reincarnation?
No.
Do you believe in ghost?
Uh, if it has to be one of the two, no.
No.
No, nothing. Never had anything spooky happening in your life.
Have you ever had any kind of a scary occurrence?
Nothing scary. We did go ghost hunting recently down at the Sorrel Weed House, which you should be familiar of. if you know a lot about like watching, because it's been carried on by a bunch of like ghost watchers, ghost adventurers. So if you've been like watching any of those, you should highly be aware of the Sorrel Weed House. Now that house is not known to have any like bad spirits or whatever there. And me, I'm
Where's
very
that
much a
at?
skeptic. Hmm?
Where's that located at?
It's located in Savannah.
Okay.
I recently
Where's
went
my
there for a
friend?
trip.
Savannah, Georgia.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yes.
I mean to.
And so we went there and I paid for a special thing where we actually didn't just do a tour. We barely did a tour, but we also got left with ghost hunting equipment and we were separated into 3 different groups and we would go to different sections in rotation every about 30 minutes or so. So we got to they gave us an EMF reader type thing, the
Mhm.
radio with the white noise going, a flashlight, and a walkie-talkie. And then also there were dowsing rods in the different locations. So we went down to first where a doctor was known to do operations, and he was apparently supposed to be like all up in your business, like, "Hi, I'm here." Do. Didn't want to talk to me worth a lick. Now they had said that ghosts supposedly can read your minds and know everything, and I hate doctors, so I mean, I guess that checks out. And not big into the kids, so none of the kids wanted to be around me either. I'm just like, well, that checks out. Um, so eventually, I went and I sat down in a little chair trying to talk to a shadow man. Wasn't where supposedly he was, because there was like a little thing, and they said that he would sometimes walk past him and go hello, like a motion sensor. That didn't happen. So I wound up going into the kitchen, and the first thing I did was I sit there with my little rods, and I had the flashlight flashing back on me, and I'm asking yes or no questions, and the rods are crossing and uncrossing, and as far as I know, I'm not doing it. And eventually, my flashlight battery suddenly flickers and then gets zapped of all energy. So
Ooh.
that
Oh,
goes dead.
really?
Yeah, it just went dead. So like when we changed places, I tossed the later her flashlight. I was like, yeah, the ghost ate that. It was their snackums. They got a little munchy.
And after all that,
They probably.
you still don't believe in ghosts?
Oh, I even have more, but I mean,
Well, tell
because
us more. Tell us more. We love this
so
shit. Come on.
oh yeah, so we went upstairs and I left my husband in the gentleman's parlor with a black scrying mirror because supposedly you're supposed to stare at it and the faces appear and you just get lost in the void and the darkness. So I left him with that because that seemed boring.
This is
And
like what Nostradamus used to use, the black scrying mirror, right? Stare into the
yeah,
abyss.
Is
Yeah.
it like one of those
yeah,
little
yeah.
things that you look into? It's got like the rainbow colors and stuff.
No rainbows. It's just a black mirror.
I've seen,
And
Mhm.
I went into
I've
the other room
seen
with the dowsing rod. And I'm asking questions, and I'm asking like I actually have like a video of it recorded of me asking questions and it moving the things. And I would ask
Ooh.
where it was in the room, and every time the one rod would move and point to a singular chair. And I asked it like 3 or 4 times. Every time I went to the same exact chair, and it was kind of weird. But I'm sitting there asking it questions, and then my husband suddenly comes into the room and he goes, like, "I saw a face in the mirror."
Soft
And I'm like,
face.
"Really?" So I am holding my rods. I'm like, "Hey, ghost, did he see a face in the mirror? It crosses for yes." I'm like, "Thank
Shut
you."
up.
And it uncrosses. And I'm like, "Was it in his head?" And then it crosses again for yes.
Oh.
it.
Was it Ted Koppel? Yes.
Yeah.
So
So,
that brings up an interesting question though. So you had these things in your hand. Now you know the Ouija board mentality of like you subconsciously making it move, right? Do you feel
mhm.
that there could have been some of that, or do you think that there was some like spiritual energy going on?
I mean, that's why like it was harder for me to answer yes or no to that question because like I was definitely on the fence with it.
But it seemed like
Um,
it wanted to play with you if it was being funny about your husband, right?
yeah,
So
like I mean, I was asking all kinds of questions and things, and it only moved when a question was asked. It would not move any other time. And like I tried playing with it a little bit to see if like it's a twitch in my hand or not, and I couldn't come conclusive with that. And so like I don't know honestly if it was my subconscious twitching my muscle just enough for it to move or not. But I mean, it does lean me a little bit closer to the yes answer, but I have to still go with no because I can't. I don't feel comfortable enough dedicating myself to that yes answer because
right.
I would want to probably do it like 100 more times and like and try to figure out how I could figure out, at least for myself, that yes,
Like if
it's
you
true.
saw an apparition appear in front of you, you'd be like, I believe in fucking ghosts.
Yeah, I mean, if it like showed up in my face and like it gave me a little slap on the cheek and like, hey bitch, I'm
Hey, what's
here.
up, lady?
I exist.
I want
Was
to be on
this
your show.
Was this the first investigation that you've ever done?
Yes, it is. Now I'm going to tell you this right now. If the owners of the property of the closed down hospital in Noonan, Georgia, want to let me have a quote for renting the place out for a night where I can go ghost hunting in an actual abandoned hospital, I mean, just hit me up, okay?
I would be
just hit
down
me
and
up.
go with you. That would be my my
I would buy a
premiere
plane
on
ticket.
cam with you. I would go with you.
I
I'll
would,
do
I
you
would,
even
I
better.
would, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I would buy a plane ticket and go down there, and we'll do the fucking Fat and Spicy show live from there, the four of
Yeah,
us, for
I'll
the
watch
first
from the
time in
car.
person.
just expect me to be the Zach Baggins. Just expect it. I'm gonna be
Cool.
like singing Disney songs, flipping them off, and be like, and being like in Phasmophobia, be like, "Are you there? How many carrots can fit up your ass?
I'm gonna be in
You
the
know, the
Do you
car.
want
funny
to
thing
bite
is,
me?"
I
as
do
much
that
as I don't
too.
believe, if it got creepy in there, I think I'd get spooked. I mean,
You
because it's still creepy, right? Like being
Mhm.
in a dark old hospital in the middle of the night hunting ghosts. It can't be just
See,
all jokes.
and me though, like if anything like spooky is happening, like I'm gonna be scared, but I'm not gonna be scared because I'm thinking ghosts. I'm thinking hobos broke in and they are hepped up on meth and they're ready to smash some glasses and cut me, stand me in the middle of the hospital and be like, "Who's gonna be your doctor now, bitch? Who's gonna be your doctor now?" And like that's where my head's going because I mean, think about it. All the evidence in the world of ghosts, right? What is the worst they have ever possibly been able to do? Do a little shove, leave a little scratch. They are not hurting you
No,
past those
no,
points. So
no.
it's like as long as you aren't going up and down a flight of stairs and you got some neosporin on you, you should be fine.
Yo, Samurai, we appreciate you being here, bro. You have a good night, man. Get some good sleep.
Thank you
Nice
for
shitty
joining the
booger.
chat. Um, all
Boss,
of
what you got
the
up on the screen,
members
girl?
of Mama's Herd, we really appreciate you guys stopping in and enjoying the show. I don't mean to interrupt, but I keep looking over at the chat and I see you guys interacting and being part of the show. Thank you guys for showing up. We love you. Anyway, back to it.
I've done a paranormal investigation before with a friend of mine.
Oh yeah?
I went to. I should have looked it up before I said open my big mouth, but yeah, I went to a place in Mississippi. Shoot, what was it called?
I don't
I
know.
it's yeah. Anyways, so we were staying. It's a big house. Obviously, they're all big houses, right? Or prisons, or what do we get? Hospitals. It's kind of like your thing, right? Like either it's a hospital, house, or prison. They usually are the kind
Or
of go
Waffle House.
tos. Or Waffle
These were a
House.
lot of a
Waffle
lot of
House?
places that like trauma happen.
Yeah,
Yeah, that would be a Waffle House, right?
yeah.
Sometimes a lot of trauma does happen in one.
So this was, wow. Yeah, it's in Mississippi. That's all I got for you guys. I totally forgot what it's called, but the McRaven house. Sorry, my brain just completely went blank.
The
And
McRib house.
McRaven
Producer, ladies and
house.
gentlemen.
Yeah.
I'm just teasing. I
I
love you.
just I just
I'm just
woke up,
kidding. I'm
guys,
sorry.
from a nap. I've been, but yeah, I've been sleeping this whole time on the show. Just woke up. Hello. No. Yeah, but McRaven House, it was in Mississippi, and it was pretty cool. There was I can't even remember how old this house was, but I don't know. There were a lot of things. It's been on things like who's those Sam and Colby investigators, I believe, like Ghost Adventures went out there. Have you heard of this place,
Mm-mm.
Lisa?
Oh.
No. Okay.
No, I mean it
Nope.
might have been an episode I watched once upon a time, but like I don't record things for long in my brain.
Do you watch Sam
If
and
it's not
Colby?
Storage Wars, I'm not watching
No,
it.
not Sam and Colby. I was pretty much hardcore Ghost Adventurers.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there were a lot of things that were happening that I feel like could have been explained, because I feel like you kind of want to try to find an explanation in your brain of like what exactly is going on. You're like, this probably could be explained. Like there's a door of a vanity that kind of opens and close. But it seems like it only opens and closes when you enter the room, so it's probably like you just stepped on that side of the house, and it kind of like
Mm-hmm.
unleveled
Yeah, just
itself a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
these are the
for
shows
anything.
that I love. Are the
Mhm.
ones that can find that little niche. Be like, you know what? You stepped on that floorboard. It puts that fucking beam off kilter, and the thing opened.
Mhm.
It's not a ghost.
Yeah.
I
I
like
mean, I
those
do
guys.
believe
Those
in
are the ones I
ghosts
like.
100%, but there was definitely some things that happened that could be explained, but there were also some smells that I was smelling that nobody else was smelling.
Well,
And
they say the one who smelt it dealt it.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's there.
I
It's
do have
crazy.
a random question for ghosts though, like if you think about it. So you know that we're on a planet that's spinning around in circles, propelling itself through space. What is tethering the ghost to the planet itself? Like why aren't they just being left behind like two galaxies ago, you know what I mean? Like why are they like is it like a gravity thing? Like are they also infected by the gravity and sucked into the
Well,
planet?
from what my knowledge is, I assume that most of them are always tied to like a possession or an item or something, that keeps them
I get
tethered
what
to
Mom
the
is saying.
world.
It's kind of like time travel. If I travel 10 years and 2 days into the future, the planet's not going to be in the same spot as it was when I left. So I would just materialize in space, right? Wouldn't the ghost get left behind if he's not material enough to be
Yeah.
anchored by
But
gravity?
that's what he's saying. He's anchored by a material object, though. Whether it be a doll, an old cupboard, an old blanket, something like that. That's
Inquiring
that's
minds
just
want to
my
know.
thoughts on my thoughts.
You
On
see,
it. I
and
could
see, and
take
now
it.
I've got that image in my like if they're just like not actively like keeping themselves down, if they've got like that little tether, they're just like tethered to that item, or they're just out like in space, just like flopping around like a
Getting
wacky
carried on
wavy
the
flag mine, just like I don't feel like materializing today. I'm just gonna hang back and just
My
catch some
thing is like,
wind.
what are ghosts gonna be when this generation goes? You imagine these ghosts
They're going to show up in like cut off jeans,
twerking,
Have
right?
you guys
twerking on my
noticed that
chest.
most of the ghosts that we do hear about are like from like the old days? Like do you ever hear about a
Right?
ghost from like yesterday? Or
Where's the ghost that's eating Tide Pods?
I will actually tell you that the host that was at the Sorrel Weed House was saying that there was a dude from the 1990s supposedly in the room, and he was clear he was like some sort of surfer guy, and his ghost was standing there, and she had to reach through him to flick the light off.
Sticking your
Okay.
hand through ghosts, just
Yeah, and
Kinky.
just
little Danny fandom.
yeah,
That's
just fisting that
That's a
ghost,
good
making him a
question though.
puppet.
Little
Are
goop.
ghosts affected by gravity?
our
I mean,
ghosts
it's
affected by
energy, right?
fisting.
But the only thing God damn it. But the only thing that
Goodness
really
gracious.
affects energy is a black hole, and even then it can trap light, but energy can still be released through Hawking radiation. So are ghosts affected by gravity?
All
Would
right,
the
Neil
energy of a
deGrasse.
spirit left behind? I'm just saying, you got to put the science behind it if you want to find the
Yeah,
truth,
yeah,
man.
what's the quantum physics of ghosts?
Yeah,
You know what I
Well, no,
mean?
if I knew that, I wouldn't be doing this show. I'll tell you
in
that.
the MCU
I know you'd
universe.
be snorting some lines of pure angel dust with Tyson back there.
Goodness
I'm just
Neil
saying. I'm
deGrasse,
gracious.
sorry.
there you go. Is that his name? What?
Yeah,
Neil
I don't know,
deGrasse. Yes.
science man.
yeah.
For me, it's Michio Kaku, that little Asian guy. I love him to death.
He's over here with Terrence Howard.
Jesus. I'm sorry. I
I
like
can't for
ghosts. What
for,
do you
for
want
like
from me?
what Terrence Howard is about. It's like he looks a lot younger than what he did. So whatever he's doing or if he's taking something, hey, it's working for him. The guy looks like he's aging backwards. Y'all believe in vampires? How about that one? Vampires?
No, not at all.
No, not
Okay.
one bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, what? Psychic vampires?
Now, that's
Psychic
a different
vampires.
thing,
We're
right?
still talking about
Yeah,
vampires. Still talking about
like
vampires.
regular vampires or psychic vampires?
We're
So
still talking
garlic, stake through the
siphoning
heart,
something.
turn into bats, suck your blood, immortals. No. But there are people that you'd be around. Like if you hang around long enough with me, Jacob, you're like, I gotta go, man. I'm tired because I just exhaust you. I suck your energy.
It's
I think
You're
true.
just
like a
because
little sponge.
you're
Yeah.
a boob. That's why.
I mean, there's a whole community of vampires. I mean, they do drink blood, but
So
there are
Yeah, but they're not
how do
immortal. They can
we
walk out in the sunlight.
right,
It's
so how do
not.
we
right.
differentiate a psychic vampire that drains your energy than just an asshole that just fucking sucks. It's
Because
like, who wants to be in the room with a fucking asshole? Not me.
see, as
My
far as
wife does. She
I'm
married me.
aware, is like you want to like leave at an asshole just because they're upsetting you. Whereas a psychic vampire, you are actually literally like just drained entirely, and you don't even have to talk to them that much. You're just being around them, and you're like getting sleepier and sleepier, and we're like, I need to go take a nap. I need to go away. I can't think. I can't process information anymore.
So,
You.
what's his name off of What We Do in the Shadows?
Yes. I know who you're talking about. The little bald dude.
Yeah. Hey, I can't
My
remember
wife
his
loves
name.
the.
I
My
love that
wife is in
show.
love with vampires.
Vampires, local vampire. Yeah, Colin Robertson. There you go. Yeah,
Yes.
vampires wanted to show me that show. I would love.
Yeah,
Say
my,
Yeah,
my era of
Colin?
vampires
You say
was just Anne Rice.
Colin.
said Colin Robinson. Colin?
Did you say colon?
He totally said
Where's
Colin,
your
and
mind at?
none of
He's
you
still
guys.
siphoning something.
Wow.
He's still sucking on something. We'll be all
He's.
right.
Anyways,
So
go
listening to
ahead.
y'all debate ghosts also almost made me rant to one of my partners about one of Sam and Clobby's videos. Clobies?
I don't know. I don't know what that
Sam and
means.
Kobe. So Sam and
Who's that?
Kobe is they're a couple of guys younger in their 20s, I think. Like
Ghost
early 20s,
facers.
I think, maybe mid 20s, I'm not even sure, but they're a YouTuber. They do ghost investigations, paranormal
Okay.
investigations. There's a whole thing, like there's a big community with them that just think it's just a show, like it's not even anything real. They're horrible, awful actors, and they're just making this all up. And then there's actual, their followers who,
You have
viewers
all
who
of these shows,
100% believe.
ghost hunters and Sam and Snobby or whoever. You got all of these people all over these networks and all these amateur ghost hunters. How come nobody's ever caught solid fucking evidence? It's kind of like the UFO thing, right? We have all these great cameras. I could do the Fat and Spicy show live and it's going to look better than it does on my computer here.
So
And
so
Why don't we
that's
have
the
imagine
thing.
pictures of UFOs?
so imagine a world. Imagine a world that was within this world that was a separate world, right? That had beings that were separate entities, whatever. And we were aware of each other's existences, but neither one. Like, let's just say you were trying to be hidden. Like,
So they'd have
you
to be
were the
fourth
fairies.
dimensional beings.
So they're fairies, they would hide or whatever, and you catch rare glimpses of them and stuff. Maybe that's the case, where it's like they're hidden or they have the
Mama's got
potential
an
to
idea.
hide.
It could be kind of like that whole concept of I don't know how many of you might be Who fanatics out there, Doctor Who, but there was like an enemy that he had to face, and I can't remember the name of it now. It escapes me because my pregame has officially hit. So I'm struggling to hold on now. I'm just
Gotta come to the Fat and
right.
Spicy show now.
All right.
So we this enemy, you only know about it when you're looking. The second you look away, you forget it ever existed.
Oh,
And
the darkness. You have to write it on you to remind you that you saw them, and yeah, those little
yeah, like the
creepy
tally marks or
alien.
whatever.
Yeah, you have to put the
Yeah,
marks on your
yeah,
arm.
it's
Yep, I
those
remember
guys.
those
It could
guys.
it could be like that. We're seeing them all the time, but the second we've stopped looking away, we no longer remember, and that memory is just gone. Those few
It's
seconds, that
gone.
split second you saw it, it never
So
existed.
almost like a dream, you know what I'm saying, where you remember it
Mhm.
as soon as you wake up in that split second. But if you forget to write it down or you forget to say anything, you go back to remember it. You remember the overall basis of it, but you don't remember the
Yes.
details.
Oh no, I mean you flat out don't remember at all. There's not
Yeah.
even a shadow of a thought. It's like it never existed to begin with. They
No.
Yeah,
only
like
exist
they neuralized you
when
almost.
you're watching them.
Hmm.
So let me shoot another. What are your thoughts on about? There it goes. That's my brain fart right there. It just went.
Ugh, it's becoming a little gaseous in here, little brother. And where's the Lysol spray?
Oh, what is your theory or thoughts on time travel?
I think that time travel. I believe that the evidence supports that it's possible, but only forward, not back,
Not back.
What do
And you
you
not
need
think
backwards.
tremendous amounts of energy to pull it off, and we don't
what
have that.
about deja vu?
Deja vu, man. I experienced deja vu so many freaking times in my life. I don't know. I
Does that mean your
okay.
matrix is getting altered?
I don't know that it's that. I think it could be just like maybe the energy of a place is so strong that it like implants itself in your brain before you've had a chance to register it. So it's like you're having a double memory at the exact same moment. Like
Have
I don't know,
Have
like
you ever?
maybe something like that.
Wait, now this is for all three of you actually, but when you've had deja vu, because I've had this myself, where you have deja vu, but it's not like I've been here before. It's an instant recognition that I've dreamt it before. Have you guys felt that? Like this was in a
Mine,
dream.
mine is more or less like, yeah, it's essentially a vision, you know. And I've actually had it happen where I'll sit there and say it. Hey, I've this is deja vu. I just had this. You're about to do this, and they do it, and it comes.
Yeah.
But if
So,
you hadn't said you're about
That's
ready
more
to
of
do
a
this,
like
would they do it?
premonition, no?
well, yeah, I guess you could call it premonition or whatever. But again, is it deja vu? Essentially, if something continues to. So my theory of deja vu is time travel.
Huh?
So essentially, somebody going and altering something, which alters a timeline for other things around you, but not necessarily doesn't alter you. It doesn't affect you in any way, so you continue on that timeline. So where we branch off into multiple timelines, your current existence still does the same thing that it was supposed to do. So you get that split, like what?
No,
Come
I
on,
think I know what he's saying. I think he's saying that if he did something and because that choice was made or not made, um, I know it's funny. I don't want to be that guy, but there's a whole science behind exactly what you're talking about, where a parallel universe splits off and you're experiencing that moment as those two worlds split because of something drastic that changed.
I have an even crazier theory that kind of goes along in that sense, right? Remember how we were talking about time travel and that maybe it just only goes forward but not backwards? What if your mind went forward in time and then your physical body caught up and your physical brain
because
re
we're all
re got
connected
that
through
energy
energy.
back?
Oh,
The
Yeah.
universe is energy, and we're all cycling.
Hey,
she just
Yeah, I'm right
baked
there
my
with
fucking
you.
cookie,
I'm right
bro.
there with you. Yeah.
That. I like that explanation. Shit, that's a good fucking. I
Yeah.
like that.
That's good because we're all essentially energy based off the
We
same
are.
thing. We all recycle.
yeah,
You
and
know,
your energies, the energy of your mind went forward, and then your physical being caught up.
See what
so
happens
Kind
when
of
those
like
gummies kick in?
kind of kind of like the sound the light, which one travels faster, sound or light, the speed of light, speed of sound. Kind of one
Mhm.
has to catch up with the other in order to make it right. So it's kind of
Yep.
like with your physical body and your mental body or your
hmm
mental mind.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
catches up. It's just
you're
like,
the
but
brain wanted to play the show, but the body was indifferent.
wouldn't that suggest that your mind's always ahead? Because essentially your mind is connected to the rest of the energy in the universe, but your
You want to
body is the
hear
one that's playing catch up. So
you
you're
want to hear something that's
consistently
going to fuck you up, Jacob.
on.
Due to quantum mechanics, there's a theory out there that states that we don't even have free will.
I can see that. I can understand. I can see that.
Particles
I
are
think
destined to move how they move, and that's we're kind of like going with that flow.
let's just say there's point A and point B, right? And we're given free range from in that whole area, from point A to point B. You know what I'm saying? We can do whatever we want, but we're consistently on a conveyor belt moving towards point B.
Time, yeah.
Mhm.
But we can do whatever we want within point between those 2 points. We have free will there, but essentially the universe will always be and will always come back to point B. Kind of like Final Destination. No matter
Like,
what you
yeah,
do, you can
Don't fucking
yeah.
essentially
start
You're
with those
always
curve.
movies, man.
You can curve, but death is going to come for you,
well. I
and it
mean,
will inevitably catch up.
isn't that the constant of consciousness is death?
Yeah.
Right? We know we're gonna die. My dog don't know. We know
Mhm.
it's kind of a curse
How
almost.
do you know
So
your dog doesn't know?
your dog
I
doesn't know
think
you're going to die, or he's going to die.
No, that
that he's
that
gonna
he's gonna
die.
die.
That they don't
He
have a.
knows. No.
You think dogs have a consciousness of death?
Yeah, dude.
I
So
think
you
so.
never heard about like the dogs
Or
that
of
they'll curl
self?
up next to their owners when they die, or the dog will die
Yeah, yeah,
after.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. But do you think that they are self-aware enough to know as a dog, hey, one day I'm going to die?
Yeah, yeah.
Think
I
so?
think animals have the ability to sense a lot of things that we don't sense. You know, essentially, why your dog will look in the corner and just stare there for a while.
Yeah, my cat does it and it trips my ass out.
You know, you know.
I'm like, Grandpa?
There,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a blind person who loses one sense, but the rest of the sensors are heightened.
Sure.
So we can believe in that, but we can't believe that animals have heightened senses as well.
No,
Oh
I
no,
never said they didn't. I absolutely
But that's
believe
not. But
that.
that's more or less, yeah. But that's the same concept. What I'm saying.
I think that people have actually been starting to kind of explore that how aware they are of themselves as an actual being. Because have you seen all those like little TikToks and YouTube videos of the buttons in the world to play with? They have different
Yes.
words
Treat,
and
you bitch. Treat,
like
you
what is
bitch.
it that the one dog is like on antidepressants now, and
Yes.
it
Who
was like
am I?
staring in the mirror at one point,
Yep.
and then it pressed the buttons. Why dog?
Yep. I think Jake, we talked about that on one of our
What?
past shows.
Goodness gracious. So with that, it's like, does it have multiple buttons? You know, but
Yes.
again, can dogs learn? Can animals learn? Yes, they can learn. And if you give a particular reaction to an animal, like they say, he's a treat button. Well, every time he hits a treat button, he's going to register that he gets a treat.
Right. But do they have the foresight in their little brains to know that death is inevitable for themselves? That's the question.
Yeah, I think they understand what death is. They mourn. You know, do they
Yeah.
realize that they're gonna die? I think they see it a lot. I think most animals see it out in the wild. You know, I think most of the animals that we domesticate probably don't have that concept, built in within them. But I think a lot of the ones that are in the wild, they see it consistently.
That's true,
Yeah,
right?
they
When you're
see
faced
that.
with death all day, you have to kind of recognize that it might be something for you.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So animals in
I
the wild, eventually know that one day they could die. So why would they build these camouflage? You know, why would they hide? Why would they run from predators? Because they know what death is essentially.
Oh shit. Wow, you got spicy thinking tonight, man.
You saying something, Mama? You were like, speak it up, but
Pick it up.
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're cutting you off, man. I'm sorry.
Bro, there's no going back now. We've already projected ourselves into the
We're down
future
the,
at this point.
we're down the rabbit hole.
Whatever
Wait,
thought I
shit.
had 3 seconds ago, it's gone, honey.
I just had deja vu. No, no.
yeah.
Deja
Well,
vu.
we are reaching that time. Big
No, are
Mama.
we?
Yeah, it's already there. I see all the
Dude.
time there. We are already an hour and 3 minutes in.
Oh, we
Before
are.
we
Dude,
go,
this
though,
has
I
been so
did
good.
promise you that I was going to read your future.
Yes, I
All
wanted to
right,
see
let's
what you
bring
had
it.
in
Let's
store
bring
for us.
it.
Go for it, man.
And essentially, I won't be reading essentially the future, but
Oh
maybe
yeah.
you can give
Oh
us some
yeah.
insight on what these cards mean to you. How's that?
Do you use
That way I
tarot
don't
decks?
use
Are
any
you
more
about?
of my brain cells. No, I'm not going to be using real tarot cards. I'm not crazy. I don't got time to do spiritual cleansing and all that
Oh
good
no, I
stuff.
was asking Miss Mama, Lisa, do you use tarot cards?
No, but I used to have a deck way back in the day. It was one of those really ridiculous anime girly looking ones, so it had like animes. It's
Nice.
like, flowery, boobies out.
What? They have an
Feel my
anime
aura.
tarot deck?
Yeah.
I'm about ready to start believing in the occult again. All right, go for it, Jacob. Show us what you
I
got, baby.
actually had got a tarot
I'm gonna
card
go
from
play
when I
some
used to work
bongos.
at GameStop. I think one of the games that came with like a tarot card deck, which is crazy. I don't know where it's at. I don't know where I put
It's
it.
just kind of like Ouija boards are made by Hasbro. It's just like,
I used it once and I felt sick and I was like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Speaking of
Yeah.
Ouija boards, my friend posted on Facebook the other day. She saw this post about a kid's version of a Ouija board. Like it was all like colorful and it was like plastic and all that stuff. And she reshared it or reposted it. And Facebook flagged her and was like, you've been flagged and now we're gonna freeze your Facebook and
It
for
was
a few
Dora the
days.
occultist.
And like she's just like, for reposting a toy? Like, people, yeah, she
I'm the
was.
ghost. I'm the ghost. I'm the
Yeah.
ghost. I'm the
I just
ghost.
looked it up. It was the tarot card set that came with the game Dishonored.
Okay. So what have you got though? What are you rocking down there?
These are bingo cards.
Okay.
Well,
So
you
I'm gonna show
know,
you 'em.
they
I
used
was
to
expecting a
do
crude
tarot
picture of a dick.
cards with just regular playing cards, you know?
It's
Just a
about
reg-
it's about believing in the magic, you know. That's all
Well,
it
I
is.
mean, like that's how tarot started. Well, you know, gypsies reading, you know.
But the way they were gonna do, since you know, some of us may believe and some of us may not believe,
Romani.
I'm not going to say anything about it. I'm gonna let you decide what it means to you about your life because I don't want to dictate anything for anybody.
Rock it. I'm dying to see this.
All right, so the
Yeah,
first one
let's
here
go.
we have is what is this? The frog. You see that? You see that?
No,
The
I
frog?
serious to God thought that was a beaver, and then I was gonna be like, so
Oh,
tonight.
what does the beaver mean to you,
What
Mama?
does the frog mean to you?
That means we're about to see a lot of aggression out of Mama because you know we were getting froggy, about to leap. Getting
Okay,
froggy,
Okay.
okay.
about to leap. Let's go.
I like it.
All right, all right. Here's the next
Aggressive
one here.
energy, raging bull. Let's go.
Froggy. What's that?
It's a little black guy. It's a
A
little
lawn
black guy.
jockey?
A black guy. It's a little black guy.
What's it
Well,
say under
I
the
guess
bottom
I'm
of it?
getting it into
It
my
says
money because I'm about
he's like a little
put on a
pimp. He's like a
suit.
little
And,
pimp.
yeah, I'm gonna be raking in all the dough, all the
There you
money.
go.
I'm gonna be up in the Ritz Cracker
So
Hotel.
you're gonna beat
Nice.
somebody up and take the
A
money.
Ritz Cracker Hotel.
And it's a
What's that?
melon.
Oh.
Oh, I'm getting that boob job. Can't wait. I'm the smallest in my family at a double D. It's time to grow up to Mama's size of an H. Let's go.
I mean, you
These
could
are
You said
do
very
it
you're the
with
real now.
a
smallest in the
reduction.
family with a double D? Jesus.
Yes, I'm the smallest in my yeah, my birth mother is an H or an I cup somewhere in there, and then my
What?
half sister is a J.
What? Is that
Yeah.
possible?
Yeah, I mean, they can go up to like M and like all the other letters too. I mean, they're like bahonkas, but those are usually surgery. These were naturally grown.
Do they
Is
have
They
is
like
are
that like that?
erectors
organic.
that they have to put
Good
them
for your
on to
soul.
keep stable? How would you walk?
They have to get like special bras and stuff most of
I
the time. My
guess.
sister can just barely find them. Like if you go to plus size stores, they generally go up to like an F cup or something. I think she can generally get into that. I'm probably wrong about the G. I
Her
think
poor
she's
back.
Wow.
an F.
Wow. Yeah,
There's
her
this
But
poor back.
there's this
yeah,
chick that has these gigantic knockers, and she can crush beer cans with them and watermelons.
Yeah,
Oh,
Laws,
wow.
I saw you do that at the Fat and Spicy Christmas party.
Yeah, yep. And the
All right, what
vodka
else you
All
got,
right,
Jacob?
watermelon.
oh, how did you know I was ordering pizza tomorrow to celebrate my weight
Mm.
loss today?
There we go.
Ooh.
The
Look
cards
at that!
never lie.
Look at
The
that!
Cards
cards
never
We
lie,
got
never
real
man.
lie.
psychic energy here. You propelled yourself into the future, my brother.
Cards never lie. One last one. Here we go.
Well, and
Okay.
congratulations as well for
Oh,
celebrating.
thank you.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Yeah,
congratulations.
34 pounds down, baby.
I don't know what this means.
That's either a crescent roll behind an E
I was gonna
or
say,
I'm gonna
isn't that a
be
These
croissant?
horns.
erotic. I'm gonna like horny, erotic. There
Oh,
we go. And we're gonna get horny with the pizza. That's what I'm literally
oh.
gonna be here on stream at some point with like just a giant pizza slice and be like,
You heard it first on the Fat and Spicy show. The Big Mama Lisa tomorrow is going to be masticating with pizza live.
A little ASMR erotica.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
but not on Twitch. We have to go to OnlyFans,
Oh,
$5.99.
yeah. There you go.
I'm sorry, that was good.
Yo, Lisa, we appreciate you being on the show. This has been a
myfreecams.com.
fun time. Yeah, that's
This
what
has
it
been
is.
too fun.
Yeah, this has been great. We appreciate you accepting the invitation. We appreciate you coming out and just kind of showering us with your energy. Has been amazing.
Thank
Let
you so
people
much for
know where they
falling for
can
my
find you.
siren charm.
Yeah.
You guys can find me basically. It's the same name everywhere I go. The Big Mama Lisa. You can find Twitch, Twitter, uh, YouTube, and places. I've stolen my name pretty much anywhere you can go.
And what is it that you like to do on your channel?
We like to do horror games, usually cooperatively. So we're very much into Lethal Company and Dead by Daylight. I'm one of those people that gets super attached to like one or two games at a time, and it's hard for me to break off of them. But we generally stick with that genre, sometimes survival.
I'm gonna have to
Nice.
come play some Dead by Daylight with you. That's my game. It's my jam.
Yes, please. Just realize that I might be silly. I do sometimes do the
Oh.
fainting goat thing.
Okay, I'm not serious
for
at
the
the
lols.
game. I'm not serious at the game. I honestly cannot tell you like what each perk does. I just like to have fun, so I think it'll work.
Hold on.
Bless.
I have to interrupt. What is the fainting goat thing, and will you do it for us now?
Well, I mean, technically it's in game, but so like in Dead by Daylight, you have these perks that you can do, and I like to do a combination of one called No Mither, which means you're already hurt. It puts you at a disadvantage. You can get yourself up and stuff like that. So there's like some advantages to having the hurtness. And then I have a perk called Plot Twist, so that I hit the button when I'm hurt and I just drop. And I will do a thing called the fainting goat, where I will run around the map, and anytime the killer finds me on the map, I turn, look at him, make sure he knows I'm looking at him, and then just flop to the floor and go, meh.
I love it. That's awesome.
That's funny.
It has gotten some reactions. My
believe it.
ridiculous plot twists are a favorite of mine.
The sound effect is where it's at. Will you come back and see us again?
Oh hell yeah, baby!
Awesome.
Well, do you have anything to say to the viewers out there, Lisa, before we go?
I will. How about my favorite sign off, which I think you guys might enjoy. Okay, remember everyone to please wash your hands, brush your teeth, and floss your ass.
There you go, guys.
Done and
We
done.
appreciate you being here. Don't forget, guys, to follow, like, share, and subscribe if you can. Check us out on YouTube and join our Discord if you want to be a next guest on the show. As always, I'm Phat.
I'm Spicy.
And this has
I'm
been the
the Big
Phat
Mama
and
Lisa.
Spicy Show with Big Mama Lisa. No. I'm
Dude, those
down to play-
cards, dude, you hit it right on the head.
I'm telling you, dude, psychic. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just know.
You have the power supreme.
I mean, if you don't get horny over pizza,
I do that for a living. I make pizza.
you get horny for a living? Or?
Dude,
So
all
you're
day.
just horny all the time, huh?
Fuck
It's
yeah.
bad.